Droid.
Welcome to the Droid Forums News Brief, where your humble host, DG Storm, and Serial Killer bring you the hot news topics of the week. It's been a great week, huh, Stormy?
Yeah, we had a lot of hot topics, and let's jump right to them, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay. So the first one is PC747 poses the question, is Android Wear DOA? Well, I'm going to have to answer not at all. I think it's just getting started. Just like any fledgling new tech product, there are some growing pains, and the concept needs to evolve. Once more features start to show up, though, for wearables, I think it will be a viable and healthy market. It will never be as big as phones or tablets, but it will still become more than a niche.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you on this point, but I do want to bring up something that that mountain biker Mark brought up, and he was mentioning about HTC, jumping into the game and bringing their own OS,
right? And
supposedly it's going to be compatible with both Android and iOS. And I think that a lot of these companies are going that way, because if you look at the Microsoft Band, and okay, granted it's not a smartwatch, but it's a fitness band, but it's, you can use it on Windows Phone, you can use it on Android, you can use it on iOS. And I've seen quite a few people that have this, they're Apple, the guys got the iPhone, and I've seen some Android users as well. So I think, the Android Wear, like you said, it's not going anywhere, but I think these companies, manufacturers, really have to start looking at what Microsoft is doing and making a smartwatch that can be worn across all the different, or it's compatible, with all the different OSs.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's brilliant.
And still work on their Android Wear as well.
For sure.
So next up is the sick new luxury Android Wear watch from LG. This is about the Urbane watch. It's a new smartwatch. Speaking of smartwatches, right? From LG. It's a really nice piece of tech. I think it's a beautiful looking watch. Of course, the Moto 360 is one of my favorites. I think this is right up there with it. You got some more pics in the thread, but this thread is kind of taking on a life of its own and talking about where are these watches going? Are they, like you said, are they niche, or is there any use for them? So I think it's, everybody should jump in there and give their opinions on this, because, like I said, it's evolved into this whole other discussion. But that's my thoughts on that.
Roger that. I would have to say this watch to me proves that LG can adapt better and faster than Samsung. That watch is almost as good looking as the Moto 360. I didn't know if LG will have a big hit on their hands or not, but if it has good functionality, it will sell pretty well. I agree with Mountain Biker Mark. Once they can perfect the audio and video communications on a watch, this will make a big difference for this tech.
Yeah. Go Mountain Biker Mark.
So next up we have Project R's 5 megapixel camera module from Toshiba. I'm just not seeing how this product will take off. I love the innovative idea of the concept, but it's tough to wrap my head around this being a mass market success. Kodiak 799 also solidifies my point a little bit by reminding us that Google has a history of half-assing things.
Half-assing?
Yes, half-assing them and then dumping them. This could follow that trend. As a tech nerd, I want to be wrong, and I would love to see this idea take off. What do you think, brother? We've talked about this like a few weeks ago, but I would love to see this project take off. And Ali mentions about it's about it's not about megapixels, it's about sensors. I agree with that. But in regards to this module, I think what they're going to do is they're going to go after the low end market with these, because as you know, like the Moto X and all these low end phones are selling like crazy. I mean, these things are just flying off the shelf. So there's a big market. I think Google's going to, obviously they're going into a few select markets, but I think they're going to start at the low end, get this thing rolling, get Project R on its feet, get it, streamlined, everything going good. Then they'll branch out and maybe offer, higher end modules and such. If you're right, and I think you are, I happen to agree with you on that. I think that's a mistake.
Because if you think about it, if you compare Project Aura to like a customized PC, which is really the closest comparison you can make.
Okay.
That's a product that markets directly to the niche market of the uber nerds who like to build their own PCs. This is kind of the same thing. And you're not typically going to see the people who build their own PCs in the lower end market. They're in the middle to higher end market.
Yeah.
So it makes me worry that again, if Google half-asses this, then it's just not going to work. Yeah. But again, I hope I'm wrong. And people can surprise us.
Yeah, we're all watching this. It's pretty exciting. I think we both agree on that, right?
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, last up is... Wait, it's my turn, right?
Yeah, it is your turn, and this is the last one.
The HTC One M9, new details. All the details leak on this thing with the specs and all. Mm-hmm. Great specs. I think we'll totally agree on that. But one thing is, this is a render. And why is it... You ever notice that the renders of these phones are always, really super hot? I mean, it's like HTC Moto, all these different renders that these people put out there are so awesome looking.
Now this render is based upon leaked actual cases.
The actual cases, right. So, which brings me, I hope it does look like that, because that is one hot looking phone. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. But before I pass it on to you, we're going to hit Kodiak 799 again.
Right.
I think he's hit the nail on the head talking about a smaller flagship phone, a 5-inch screen. Dude, I think it's perfect. They need to start kind of hammering that space because everybody's kind of moved up to the 5.5-inch. I think that 5-inch flagship is a good place.
I agree.
And HTC should take control, try to own that space.
For sure, I agree. And what can I say about this phone? If the renders are accurate from the leaks, then this is a gorgeous device. Pair that with its incredible specs, and you have a real contender for best Android smartphone of the year. With beautiful looks and a great personality on the inside, I'd date this phone if it were a woman. Now, Jeffrey nailed it when he said he would use a clear case with this device. I would want to show her off too.
Hey, well, we're not going to let your woman view this video this week. So.
She would get a kick out of it.
All right, well, hey, that's it for this week, folks. And remember, leave your comments in our news stories because you never know when we may feature you in them. And we thank you guys for watching and supporting us. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye-bye.